Coronavirus put a stop to everything. Universities, schools, workplaces were shut down, causing a rift in society. Lockdown measures meant large gatherings of people were not permitted to reduce the spread of the virus. This meant raves, clubs, pubs, and other high-capacity events were stopped rapidly. All of the places we let ourselves go at closed, making us feel very isolated and restricted in our own homes. How did this affect my practice? My practice looks at rave culture, specifically the feeling that atmosphere creates. Flashing strobe lights, enormous speakers, heavy bass music and unordinary visuals to completely immerse yourself into and dance through the night. Movement is an important element in my practice, conveying life and motion within stationary artworks. My work attempts to encapsulate this energetic atmosphere and bring it into a gallery space with elements of escapism to remove the viewer from reality in the same way that raves do. Inspired by cells and abstract forms, I incorporate pareidolia into my artwork to convey hallucinatory visions which may be found in the rave scene. It also brings humanity's relationship with art, music and dance into my artwork. I am interested in the microcosm of cells constantly moving around our bodies versus the macrocosm of our bodies themselves dancing in a rave. Rave is a primal act. We as humans have a predisposed desire to dance and worship sound. Exploring the history of dance worship has sought an interesting comparison across history. Prehistorically, tribes would worship higher entities for a reason, for example, through rain and fertility dances, whereas today, ravers face the DJ booths, worshipping the sounds they play for pleasure and joy. This has brought an interesting juxtaposition of tribalism and modern-day dance worship into my practice. During the lockdowns, we have been stripped of any opportunity to dance and express ourselves, to release internal energy to the sound of the beat. Nostalgia is prominent in my practice due to this, as well as viewing footage of raves and listening to techno whenever I create. I hope to bring this nostalgic feeling into my practice and make the viewer yearn to be back on the dance floor. Bringing these threads of rave culture, cell biology, dance and movement together has made my work appear ambiguous, possibly making you question, what on earth am I looking at? It aims to exceed reality, making this question difficult to answer.
Adding texture to certain areas of my artwork further highlights the movement present. It makes the work seem more tactile and encourages the viewer to engage closer with it, manipulating them around the gallery space. Placing these works in a dark space alongside the flashing lights and sound completely changes how they are interpreted. My self-made, minimal tech tracks bring each work to life in their own unique way. The flashes of coloured strobes change how some colours are perceived in different lighting, making the paintings look as though they are dancing with you.
Some artists that inspire my practice include Terry Hoff for his interesting mark makings and use of texture. The deeper you look, the more details you pick up on. Denzel Forrester brings the bouncing energy from the club scene into his paintings, illustrating the jam-packed dance floors with figurative imagery. I get inspiration from @Kushlet on Instagram for their futuristic, obscure sculptural forms appearing as though they are living, but they are still. Books that have given me insight into this sci-fi futuristic rave scene medley include Cosmicomics, Adventures in Wonderland, and the Sweet Harmony Rave Today exhibition catalogue. These artworks incorporate music and lighting to turn the gallery space into an outlet for dance. I have explored making ghost versions of techno music and used lighting alongside artworks to accomplish this too, and bring these works to life. Thank you for listening. Please check out my art Instagram for more works.